Welcome everyone. We, the students of Satish Chandra Memorial School, are presenting on Euclid's geometry. The word geometry comes from the Greek word geo meaning earth and metri means measure. Till 300 BCE, many mathematicians like Pythagoras discovered many geometric properties and took it to a great extent. That time, a mathematics teacher at Alexandria in Egypt collected all known work and arranged in his famous treatise called Elements, containing 13 chapters, each called a book. That person is Euclid. In the first book, it was listed 23 definitions like a point which has no part, a line which is a breadthless length, a straight line which lie evenly in the points, a surface which has length and breadth only, and a plane surface which lies evenly on straight lines. Starting with his definitions, Euclid assumed certain properties which are not needed to be proved because these assumptions were obvious universal truths, which was divided into axioms and postulates. Postulates are the assumptions which were specific to geometry, and axioms were throughout mathematics. A system of axioms is called consistent. After Euclid stated his postulates and axioms, he used them to prove other results. Those were called propositions or theorems. Euclid deduced 465 theorems in a logical chain using his axioms and postulates. Now we will discuss about the axioms and postulates. In Euclidean geometry, there are total 7 axioms and 5 postulates. Axiom number 1 states that things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. If we try to understand this in a mathematical sense, then if A equals to B and B equals to C, then A equals to C. The second axiom states that if equals are added to equals, the whole are equal. If we simplify it, then if a thing of same amount is added to equal things, then their total are equal to one another. The third axiom, similar to the second one, states that if equals are subtracted from equals, the remainders are equal. Means if a thing of same amount is subtracted from two equal things, then their remainder is equal to one another. The fourth axiom states that things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. This means if two things completely overlap or fit perfectly on top of each other, then both things are identical or congruent and hence are equal. Euclid's fifth axiom states that the whole is greater than the part. This means the whole quantity is always larger than the part of the quantity. The fifth axiom states that the doubles of same thing are equal to one another. This means that two things which are two times of a same thing are equal to one another. The seventh and the last axiom, which is similar to the sixth, states that the things which are half of a same thing are equal to one another, which means if we take two things which are half of a same thing, then they both are equal to one another. The first postulate states that a straight line may be drawn anywhere from any one point to any other point. It also states that between two distinct points there can be only one unique line drawn, as shown in the figure below. The second postulate states that a terminated line can be produced indefinitely, means a line segment can be extended on either side indefinitely to form a line, means a line have no ends, because it can be produced on the both sides infinitely. The third postulate states that a circle can be drawn with any center and any radius, means from any point and any distance from that point we can draw a circle, as shown in the figure below. The fourth postulate states that all right angles are equal to one another, means all right angles are 90 degrees and no matter what how they are drawn, they all are equal to one another. They will never change, as shown in the figure below. The fifth and last postulate states that if a straight line falling on two straight lines make the interior angles on the same side of it taken together less than two right angles, then two straight lines if produced indefinitely meet on that side on which the sum of angle is less than two right angles. Simply, if a transversal creates two interior angles adding up to 180 degree or less, Then the two lines at that side will meet at a point. That's all for today and thank you everyone. I hope all of you liked our presentation. Have a nice day ahead and bye bye.